What's up, guys? I would say good morning, but it is not the morning. It is about 1:30 in the afternoon on Sunday. Got an early start this morning, but getting a little bit of late starter to the vlog. We had a lot of stuff going on this morning. The first thing we did is we met with our building to talk about our options and if we're gonna move or not. It's a long saga that I know that you guys have been following, so I wanted to give you a quick update. We met with them and they told us that there's gonna be a small increase in our rent if we choose to stay. We decided to not explore that, but also not rule out the option of looking at a bigger unit. So what they did is they gave us two different layouts for actually 2-bedroom apartments in our apartment complex. This is the ideal one that we'd want. It's a pretty decent space. It's about, 1,200 square feet, 1,251 it says. But then there's another one that is 1,250. They actually took us upstairs to look at this one. I'm not sure we were terribly impressed with the unit, especially for the price. They want a ton of money for it, in which when we are looking to move, we're definitely looking to save a little bit of money. Generally, like I've said, in Chicago, there's like 3 types of sliding scales that are in play at any given moment for Chicago apartments, right? So if you're looking for an apartment in Chicago, keep these 3 things in mind. And the first of which is the neighborhood, the price, and then the amenities or square footage, right? So basically it's pick 2. So you can get a really awesome neighborhood, right? And then maybe kind of older amenities or not so many. You don't get the things like the dishwashers or the in-unit laundry, stuff like that. Or you could get a scenario where you're paying a very high price and you have a lot of really good amenities, but maybe the neighborhood kind of stinks. And what I mean by neighborhood, like, I'm not talking about crime or anything like that necessarily. Maybe just like where a lot of the new high-rises are, or like immediately downtown. There's not like a bustling neighborhood or like cool little restaurants and shops and stuff like you have when you start to move a little bit further out from the city. So that's what we spent our morning doing. We've got a really awesome realtor, like I've mentioned, on the ground. We're also doing a little bit of digging ourselves, using apps like Zillow and looking on Craigslist and things like that. It's, a process. But right now we're getting ready to leave. We're heading to the gym. Today is a kind of amalgamation workout. So I haven't done like a lot of like core workout, meaning like your core, middle, your abs kind of body. So yesterday I did shoulders. I was thinking about doing shoulders and arms yesterday. Today, I don't think the soreness has hit me in my shoulders yet, so I'm gonna take advantage of that by throwing in arms. We're gonna do a little core and then maybe a little cardio. So it's gonna be a longer session in the gym today. So I'll have to let you know how that goes and if that works out. But right now, Allison is back here, and we're making a list for a couple things that we picked up at the store. You're probably wondering, like, we go to the store all the time, and that's more or less because we subscribe to kind of like the European grocery style. Like, we normally only get like a couple of meals at a time, and that's mostly because we get like produce and things like that. And through the School of Hard Knocks, that we have learned that if we buy like produce or like fruits and vegetables, right, in mass quantities, that we waste stuff. And so like, we don't want to do that. We're trying to take more than we need, and we also don't want to throw money away. So we're heading to the gym. We will catch up with you as soon as we are done. All right, we're out. Today was an arms day, so bis and tris. Also a little bit of cardio in the form of a core workout. Lately I've been kind of obsessed with ab workouts and core workouts with medicine balls. I'll throw a couple links in the description below to some of the core workouts that I like. So if you belong to a gym, or even at home, you could start to do some of these things with like weighted balls or big medicine balls, right? You can throw them around, move around. It's way cool. Allison and I do it together. We kind of toss the balls back and forth. It's kind of a fun little thing that kind of takes your mind off the pain. It's kind of fun. That's a lot of kayakers. Funny story about the Chicago River, you can see them all right over there, is that about 3 years ago, the EPA upgraded the Chicago River, from toxic to hazardous water. Thus, apparently when it changed that rating, you can now kayak in it. I don't know about you, but for us, hazardous water just doesn't sound super awesome based on the bacteria content in the water. We're out. So now we're heading back home. Gonna get some more chores done. Still finishing up the laundry from yesterday. Got a little distracted. But then tonight, we're just gonna be watching Game of Thrones because it is a Sunday. And then kind of gearing up for the week. Next week, we're already hearing back from some of the people that we're reaching out to about apartments. So I can bet that we will be showing all of you apartments this week. Give this video a thumbs up for looking at new apartments and giving you the opportunity to vote yay or nay. All right, so we've been home for a little while, got some lunch and our post-workout meal. Now we are both going through some of the stuff from our wedding. We have like a big box with like a bunch of stuff from our wedding that Allison's been going through. There's a lot of our like little card holder things. We actually just had the chance to read through some of our guest book. So I don't think we ever showed you guys, maybe we did. This was our guest book, so obviously there's our date and we had like pens so everyone could sign this. And some of the notes are super cute. We love this. It was so much fun to have everybody there and read all of like this, they're like little notes to us. One of my favorites is my dad's here that just says ditto. So apparently that means everything everybody else said. While Allison finishes working up on that, I'm doing some of the dishes and finishing up some stuff out here. The main thing that we wanted to accomplish with all of that today is, so we have pretty much like 3 piles of things, right? Like we wanted to say like, what is all the stuff from our wedding that we like want to keep, you know, like forever, but don't necessarily want in our house. So like, let's have a wedding box of like stuff that's gonna go to storage, but like things we want to keep. Then there's things that are from our wedding that we want to keep in our home now and in the future when we move and stuff and have up in our home. So whether it's photos or mementos or what have you, that, you know, if we want to have that guest book thing up, that's great. And then there's like a 3rd box of like keepsake stuff. So like Allison loves keeping like all the cards that people send her and like mail that she gets of like letters that people write us and stuff like that. Like we both love hanging on to that kind of stuff. So we definitely have like a little box that we are keeping all of our kind of like wedding mementos in. It's actually this box right here. And it opens up really nice and has stuff in it. So once we get that all sorted, then we will consider that a win. That was like one of the things that we put on our agenda to like get done today. It's been a couple hours since we checked in with you guys last. Right now, Allison and I are getting ready to make some dinner before Game of Thrones comes on. It's like about 6:30 at night now. One thing that's really funny about our apartment is that when we make food in the kitchen, especially if we're like pan frying or like grilling some meats on our stove, it actually has probably one of the dumbest designs ever in like fan reduction history. So just to point it out to you, so our reduction fan is up here, right? So on the sides it like sucks in the like stuff from the stove, but then it just blows it out right off the top up here. What the heck? So like if there's smoke, it just blows it out into the rest of the room. It doesn't really actually stop anything. So if you step right out here, our smoke detector is right up here. So basically within like 3 minutes of grilling anything, the smoke gets up there and it is so loud. It's wired into the building. So if we actually let it go long enough, like the fire department would show up, which is obnoxious. We don't want that. So what we're doing today instead is one of the wedding gifts that we got from actually Allison's mother was a like panini grill. So if you don't know what those are, it's like what you make like sandwiches with and whatnot. It's windy out there, I'm not gonna go out there right now. But what I'm doing is I actually set up a little table with our panini grill out there, and we have a plug down here, and I'm just gonna plug it in and grill our burgers out there. Well, I should say Allison's burger. So since I'm on the meal plan, I'm gonna be eating my chicken, rice, and salad because that's my meal number 5. If you didn't see the meal plan videos or been paying attention to my channel, or if you're brand new, you can click the link in the corner and you can see all the meal plans that I make. I'm gonna be making more stuff on like Tuesday, Wednesday, but right now, it's time to grill some burgers.
Yay!
How do we turn this thing on? Is it just on? Whenever I don't exactly know how something works, I always feel like a Neanderthal. I'm just like beating on it and like trying to get it to work. So let's figure this out. All right, turns out it was on. If you like cup this, like the sunlight, you can see that that light is on. So we're good. Just gotta wait for the green light to turn on, and then we'll be grill ready. All right, and prep for these burgers. I have to tell you something that I put on almost all of my meats. I'm like a self-proclaimed grill guy. Wow, that wind is crazy. One of the things I always like to put on my steaks or even hamburgers is the Grill Mates Montreal steak seasoning. I love it. It's like got like the salt in it and the taste. Check it out. It looks like this. You can find it in like most grocery stores. I get like the giant thing of it just because I use it so much, but you can find it pretty much anywhere. We appear to have our green light, so let's do this. Burger I've ever made in my life. That burger took like 5 minutes in that panini grill, like not even to be cooked, like well done, because that's how I believe burgers should be cooked. But it's really windy, so I'm gonna go in here, and now we've got all of Allison's fixings here. Cheese and lettuce and some tomato. Are you gonna put that on your burger, the pineapple?
No, I'm just gonna have it on the side. I'm not feeling adventurous today. Maybe next time.
Okay, okay. I did not have the camera on you when you were saying that.
That's okay.
Oops. Okay, well, so now we just gotta clean up the grill. I'm gonna make my meal and probably watch some Game of Thrones. We'll check in with you after Thrones. All right, sorry, back. Literally just let you go. Allison just made this burger. Picturesque. Burger joints. If you're looking for food artists, I think Allison is available.
Oh, really cool.
What's the word?
Thank you, babe.
Yeah, no problem. So for real now, we're gonna eat our dinner, watch some Thrones. Back in a minute. All right, guys, we're back. Game of Thrones just got over. God, I love that show. It's so good, so good. All right, but we're kind of wrapping up our night. We have just a few more things to do tonight. I want to get our stuff set up for going to the gym tomorrow, and then also our lunches and things like that, just getting it squared away. Kind of at the end of every night, I always do the same thing. Every night, I get my stuff ready for the gym, I get my lunch packed up for tomorrow, and then I offload the video from that day's vlog, so like today, onto my computer and start the edit process and things like that. So just to give you a glimpse in terms of what my day looks like in the evening. Something's gonna be a little bit different about tomorrow's schedule and how everything is kind of gonna be turned on its head is that I'm actually planning to go to the gym in the morning tomorrow. So what that means is I'm gonna have to either finish all of the edits tonight and just touch things up in the morning to set the vlog live, or get up especially early and then do all the edits, all the everything, then go to the gym. The reason why we're going to the gym in the morning tomorrow is not because I finally am doing what I planned on doing, but the fact that we actually have our first apartment viewing of a unit tomorrow evening at like 6:30. So our plan is that we're gonna go to work all day and like all that happy jazz, and then we're gonna jump in a cab and head out to Wicker Park. So that's where the apartment is. It's not the like most exciting unit that we have found. So like there was one in particular that we're really excited to view, but nonetheless, we haven't decided to view any that we wouldn't be willing to kind of take. So we're super excited about that. We're gonna go check that out tomorrow night. But in order to do that, we've got to get some rest and get some things wrapped up here tonight. So we're gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for sticking with us today. Please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel to stick with us. We've got our social media links in the description below, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye guys.